episode of Louisa's Bookish Adventures. Today's episode is very exciting. You know, it's a tag that my friend Christina tagged me on, and I'll leave her a link to a channel down below. It is called Do I Have That Book tag. It was difficult to do because it was timed. It's a timed book tag, and I was like trying to rush to find certain things. But you know, it was actually kind of fun to see what books I have and realizing that I need way more books to fill all these shelves. But yeah, before we get started, I just want to show you my new glasses. I got them, they're brand new. These are the biggest glasses I've ever owned. Usually my glasses are much wider, but this is something different, and I'm actually really enjoying them. I just have to get used to them because I always feel like they're falling because they touch right here, but I'm really having fun with them, and I really like how I look in these new glasses. So let's get started with the book tag. So let's get into the prompts of the book tag. There were 20 prompts. First one was, do you have a book with deckled edges? I do not. I thought I did, but I think I gave it away or donated it when like a year or two ago, but I currently don't have one, so that one I couldn't really do. Right. Do you have a book with 3 or more people on the cover? I do. The first one that popped out at me was The Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. It has Harry, Cedric, Fleur Delacour, and the other guy I can't seem to remember. It's been a while since I read this book, but it's the 4 contestants of the Triwizard Tournament, so this one was definitely a good one to pick. Number 3 is, do you have a book based on another fictional story? I do. The one I picked was To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. I'm told it's a retelling of like The Little Mermaid. I love The Little Mermaid, that's why I still have it, but I have not read it yet. I'm excited to finally read it, maybe this year. And yeah, so this is based on The Little Mermaid. Number 4, do you have a book with a title 10 letters long? This was not easy to find. Like sometimes it'd be 1 letter short or 1 letter over, but I have The Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Again, on my TBR shelf, I'll get right to it, but I had to make sure like there was 5 in Ninth and 5 in House, but I'm really excited that I managed to find this. All right, number 5, do you have a book with a title that starts and ends with the same letter? I do. Think all the way at the bottom of this pile. I have 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. It starts with an S and ends with an S. So yeah, right now I have like 2 Leigh Bardugo books in this pile. But okay. Next prompt is, do you have a mass market paperback? I do. I have Brandon Sanderson's Way of Kings. I have the first 3 in mass market, and I actually also have another mass market trilogy with me. But yeah, so this is my mass market paperback. Number 7, do you have a book written by an author using a pen name? I do. The book I chose was Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. Cassandra Clare is actually her pen name. I believe her real name is Judith Lewis. So that is her name, but she writes with Cassandra Clare. The next one is, do you have a book with the character's name in the title? I do. It's The Gwenevere Deception by Kristen White. The main story is about Gwenevere and the, Camelot and all that, so I have that one. Do you have a book with 2 maps in it? This was not easy to find. Most books only have 1 map, but Crooked Kingdom happens to have 2 maps. It has this one right here, there, And then it also has a second one. So those were my 2 maps. Number 10, do you have a book that was turned into a TV show? I chose City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. It was turned into a TV show called Shadowhunters like a year or 2 ago. It ended. It was really good. I kind of wish they continued it, but you know, life happens, I guess. So yeah, we have this one. Number 11, do you have a book written by someone who was originally famous for something else? This one I was looking at my shelves and I'm like, no, I'm like, well, I don't understand. Most of the authors on my shelves had written their whole lives. But then I found The Magic Misfits by Neil Patrick Harris. Neil Patrick Harris is an actor and a singer. He does Broadway sometimes, so like, yeah, I have that one. The one I think on my entire shelf. Number 12, do you have a book with a clock on the cover? This was not easy to find. I had to look through all the covers, making sure like to check the smallest detail, but I found The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. There's a tiny little clock right there, and that's how I figured it out, but yeah, so I have that one. Number 13, do you have a poetry book? I don't really enjoy poetry that much. I know English teacher I should, but it's just not appealing to me. I think because like when I learned about poetry, it was all about meter and structure and not really about feeling and like emotion, which is what my coworkers who are a bit older than me have said because they were taught differently. So I don't have any poetry books. 14, do you have a book with an award stamp on it? I believe I do. I have Scythe by Neil Shusterman. He has an award for excellence in young adult literature on the cover right here. Number 15, do you have a book written by an author with the same initials as you? I do not. My initials are LV, and I don't even think I have any authors with the last name that starts with the V right now, so I sadly have nothing for that prompt. 16, do you have a book of short stories? I do. I have Stars Above by Marissa Meyer. It's a collection of stories that take place in the Lunar Chronicles, so that one works. Right now, my little kitty cat is like trying to get through. Let me show you. See? Here's my little cat, Nacho. Not so little though. It's about like 13 pounds, but you know, say hi. Okay. Alright, to the other side of the books. I have like piles of books, so he was trying to get through. 17, do you have a book that is between 500 and 510 pages? I do. I have Storm and Fury by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This story ends on page 504. Just a little over 500. This was not an easy find. Most of my books are longer or shorter than this, like 500 to 510 is a very specific number. Number 18, do you have a book that was turned into a movie? Probably one of the ones that are on most people's shelves, Twilight. This was turned into a movie a long time ago. I think I was in high school, but and then the entire series became a movie. So yeah. Number 19, do you have a graphic novel? I only have one graphic novel. It is The Adventures of Sabrina. I bought this when it was coming out. The TV show was coming out, and I thought I'd want to read more in this world. I think there's more volumes. Maybe I'll continue and buy the other ones as well. And last but not least, do you have a book written by 2 or more authors? I have Holly Black and Cassandra Clare's The Iron Trial. It is the Magisterium series. I buy everything that Cassandra Clare writes, so that's why I also have like a middle grade series as well. It was really good. It gave me like Harry Potter vibes, you know, because it was like a magic school. But yes, so that is my collection of books for this book tag. I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, please comment, subscribe, click the little bell so you get notifications every time a video of mine comes up. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you next week with another video. Bye.